The following is a special presentation of Big Pauly's World of Sports Sims, alternating the reality of sports and entertainment since 2020. Hello again, everybody. Big Pauly coming to you for this game 3 of Week 9, the 43rd regular season game of 90 that we have done and are hoping to do. And it's a big one. It's the North Division battle, Minnesota and Chicago. Chicago, who did not make the playoffs last year, trying to prove that they are ready for prime time this year, season 2 of the HTFL. They will be controlled by me, and the computer will control the Minnesota Vikings, who did make the playoffs last year. A gusty wind of 15 to 25 mile per hour, clear skies at Soldier Field in Chicago. And we will get this game started. Sid Luckman, he of the leather helmet, against scrambling Fran Tarkenton. And Luckman has been up there most of the year in terms of quarterback rating, 105.4. He's just a little behind Tom Brady, who last time we checked was leading the HTFL in the quarterback rating. Tarkenton 85.1. Minnesota with a stout defense, but so does Chicago have a stout defense. Chicago won the toss the first of the second half. Minnesota in the white squares, Chicago in the bluish, blackish squares, whatever you want to call them. They actually say that they're a very, very dark blue. Ishmael Nelson Jones back deep, and we are getting this game started. Ishmael taking it from about the goal line. He was actually 1 yard deep, a 26-yard return to the 25. Your starters for the Minnesota offense. Peterson and Kleinsasser are a 3 and a 4 receivers. They are your running backs. Chris Carter and Stefan Diggs are a 10 and an 8. Jordan is a 7. Tarkenton, the quarterback out of Georgia. And quite an offensive line assembled for this Minnesota all-time team. Zimmerman, McDaniel, Tingelhoff, White, and Yeri. They're all 10s except White, the right guard. Chicago is a combination of the Bears and the Cardinals when they played in Chicago, and we'll get to them in a moment. See a couple of 81s on the field. One is Dud Atkins, and the other is Dick Night Train Lane. 1st and 10 for the Vikes at the 25. The give was to Peterson. He's stuffed after a 1 yard gain tackled by Wally Chambers. The defense for Chicago, Atkins and Den are both 9 defenders. McMichael and Chambers are also both 9. Fortunato is a 10. Urlacher is a 10. And talk about getting lucky to win the starting job. Right behind Urlacher are Dick Butkus and Mike Singletary. Marshall is a 9. Night Train Lane, who we were just mentioning, is a 10. Tillman's an 8. Carrier, Mark Carrier of the Bears, a safety, not Mark Carrier of the Buccaneers, a wide receiver. He is a 9, the Bears Mark Carrier, that is. And Fensick is a 9. Well, Mark Carrier of the Bucks could be a 9 receiver. Carrier is a 9 defender. 2nd and 9 at the 26, and 9s are wild right now. A dump underneath the Kleinsasser. He gains 8 yards. One of those Cro-Magnon fullbacks of the 1990s and early 2000s. Kind of like reminds me of Mike Allstott a little bit. They both wore number 40. Kleinsasser out of North Dakota. Not North Dakota State, who is a perennial contender in the FCS when it comes to playoff time. 3rd and a yard, ball to 34. Tarkenton throwing an incompletion to Diggs.
Defense, number 60, 5-yard penalty.
And Mr. Encroachment strikes, and that's 5 yards more for the Vikings, moving them up to the 39 for a 1st and 10. 13:27 left in the first. if you just joined us at this point of the stream. That is a throw to Peterson for 3 yards. Wilbur Marshall on the stop. Out of Florida University. 2nd and 7 at the 42. 13:23 left in the first. Didn't I just mention that? Peterson, trap left side. Brian Urlacher with a gain of 3, making the tackle. 3rd and 4, ball to 45. Just getting underway at Soldier Field with a very strong wind, which Minnesota has for quarters 1 and 4, and that's the cons of deferring to the second half, is you don't get to pick the wind. So Chicago will have it for the middle periods. This time, Bob Lee is out to punt. Oh, we had a trouble there.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 28.
It's not going to matter.
5-yard penalty.
It was a fake. Lee ran and was wrestled. He was wrestled down by Urlacher. Will decline the penalty, and Chicago takes the ball at the Minnesota 45. Payton and Kelliger are the running backs for Chicago. Payton is a 5 receiver. I think he would be a little higher, but I was mistaken. Kelliger is a 1. Hill and Graham are both 7s. They are the wideouts. Ditka, the tight end, he is a 7. Luckman is the quarterback. Connor, Fortman, Turner, Ramsey, and Covert, your offensive linemen. They are all 9s except Turner's a 10, Bulldog Turner, and Ramsey is an 8. And we'll give you the Minnesota defense here in just a minute. You're going to see a lot of running out of Chicago today, especially with the wind blowing in their faces right now. Walter Payton off tackle, left side. He'll pick up 2. Carl Eller on the stop for the Vikings. Eller is one of the defensive ends. He's a 10. Dolman is a 9. Page a 10-plus defensive tackle. And Randall is a 10. The 3 linebackers are Blair, a 9. Simeon, an 8. Winston, an 8. And the defensive backfield, Bryant and Rhodes are both 8s. Brownard's a 10. And Krause is a 9. And it's 2nd and 8 at the 43. We'll go Kelliger one time. Trap to the right side. And Kelliger will get the first down. Weaves his way to the 30. A pickup of 13 yards. He's out of Fordham. Also can play linebacker. Played in the late 40s. A good blocking back to have. And let's see here. Duell comes in as the extra tight end. Bill Duell, or Duell. He's out of SMU. And we're going to go to him on the short cross. He caught it. Number 42 throws to number 41. And they come together, and that's a 13-yard gain. 1st and 10 at the 17. Payton, trapped to the right side. In the double tight end set, Payton was 6 yards. Randall on the stop. John Randall, Texas A&M Kingsville. 2nd and 4. The ball at the 11. Go back to Kelliger. Trapped to the right side. He will bounce off of one would-be defender and gain 2 yards. 3rd and 2. The ball at the 9. We are going to stick with Payton, and we're going to do a dive play. He's got a touchdown. Not just a first down, but 6 to go with it. And the Bears lead 6-0. Point after. Good by Harder. It is 7-0. That was a 6-play, 45-yard drive, taking 4:03 off the clock. And Ishmael back deep again, but it'll be a touchback, 1st and 10 at the 20 for Minnesota. Nice drive for the Bears to start the game. Now Minnesota with the wind advantage. See if they can put it to good use after that botched punt, fake run by Bob Lee. We have Atkins going out a few plays, which is going to bring in Dan Hampton out of Arkansas. Whoa, Pig Suey. And on the play, Peterson gained 8. Marshall made the tackle for the Bears. 2nd and 2 at the 28. Game number 3 of week number 9. We're a couple of games shy of the halfway point. Tarkenton to Carrier, a gain of 11, first down. No, it was a tackle by Carrier. Tarkenton to Jordan for 11. Steve Jordan, not Michael. Michael plays basketball. First and 10 at the 39. Down to 7:29 left in the opening stanza, and this is Peterson weaving his way for a 6-yard gain. And Marshall pulled him down again. Second and 4 at the 45, if I sip some green tea here. And this is Peterson. This time he runs for a big gain, 16 yards. Tillman on the stop. First and 10 at the Bear 39. 5:59 now left. Over the middle, that's a nice throw to Diggs.
Holding offense, number 53, 10-yard penalty.
But they get Tingelhoff for a hold, so move them back 10. It's going to be first and 20 at the 49. See what Tarkenton can do in terms of some magic here. Pass out in the flat, incomplete, looking for Chris Carter. And tight coverage by Night Train Lane. You got 80 against 81 there. Love the unusual number conventions here. Second and 20. Ball at the Bear 49. And in completion, Tarkenton has started 5 for 8, 36 yards. Third and 20 at the 49. The throw. Complete to Diggs. Diggs with some running room. He'll pick up 28. Tillman making the stop. And with that, it's a first and 10 at the 21. 4:53 left. Hot dogs and tater tots is what I had for dinner. So I'm hoping I'm not having hiccups later. Peterson, off tackle right, gain of 5. Dent on the tackle. Second and 5 at the 16. It's Tarkenton giving it to Peterson. A 2-yard gain. Carrier making the tackle at the 14, which sets up third and 3. Marker before the play.
False start. Offense, number 65, 5-yard penalty.
And that was Zimmerman moving Minnesota back 5. That might just give Tarkenton a little more room to throw. Third and 8 at the 19 now. I'm going to need some hand sanitizer when I go to the half. Incomplete. Looking for Jordan. Urlacher looked like he got a fingertip on it. And Tarkenton now 6 of 10. They'll try the kick here by Blair Walsh. The Blair Walsh project is good. And that field goal was from 36 yards. I wanted to say 41, but I was 5 yards off. So 7-3, Gale Sayers, who we had returning a kick for a touchdown against Cleveland a few weeks ago. He gets the ball, possibly. Sano and Manning also back deep, but this is going to be a touchback with Minnesota kicking with the wind at their backs. A first and 10 at the 20. We'll go Peyton, trap right on first and 10. And Peyton will pick up 5. Bobby Bryant on the tackle for the Vikes. Second and 5 at the 25. Kelliger, a sweep left. Bill Kelliger. And he gets another big gain, 6 yards and a first down. That's his third carry for 21. Peyton is 4 for 22. Speaking of him, we will go back to him. Trap right, first and 10. Penalty.
Encroachment defense. Number 81, 5-yard penalty.
And they'll take first and 5 and not second and 5 and accept the penalty. First and 5. Peyton again off tackle right side. About a 50-50 chance he gets a first down. He gets way more than that. He gets 20 yards. Winston on the stop. And that's going to do her for the first quarter, which we played in 14 minutes. Bears 7, Vikings 3. Vikings had 16 plays, 91 yards. 10 of those plays were passes. Only one pass for the Bears so far. 8 runs, 9 plays total for 76. First and 10 at the 44. will pitch to Walter Payton. And Payton gets 2 yards. Winston on the stop. And we're going to go Payton's way on a short pass, 2nd and 8. He's in the flat. He's got it. He's got a first. 13-yard gain. So Luckman, 2 for 2, 26. 1st and 10 now at the Viking 29. Back to the double tight end set. And we'll look to Ditka on the short hitch. Incomplete. They had a double on Harlan Hill, but the pass to Ditka did not find the mark. Luckman now 2 of 3, 26 yards. Off tackle right, Walter Payton, 2nd and 10 at the 29. He'll pick up 5. That sets up a 3rd and 5 for Chicago at the 24. They'll go 4 wide, which brings in Conway and Willie Galt, and we'll look to Galt on the short hitch. That's an incompletion. But Chicago has only a 46% chance of hitting a field goal here. Let me check my roster. And if we keep it at 46, I just might go for it. And let's see. Yeah, we don't have a long snapper, which is why the kicking rate is so low. We're kicking with the wind at our backs. Okay, 4th and 5. I'm not going to go for it from that short a distance. I should be able to get it with the wind at my back. We'll go Jeff Gramp on a hitch and cross our fingers. He's got it. 1st down. Pick up a 13. 1st and 10 now at the 11. And we're going to sweep it right with Walter Payton. Payton, touchdown, his 2nd of the day. From 11 yards out, 13-3. And here comes the point after try. It's good by Harder, and it's 14-3. 11:37 left to go in the half. Ishmael again back deep. And no way that's going to be returned, as with the wind at their backs, Chicago kicks it through the end zone for a touchback. Bill Brown entering the game. He'll wear number 30. He'll be the blocking back for Peterson. But Tarkenton wants to throw, looks for Jordan, incomplete. Tarkenton now 6 for 11. A 2nd and 10 at the 20. Here's another throw, complete to Brown, 11-yard gain. And it's 1st and 10 at the 31. 11:24 left until halftime. The Bears with a good accounting of themselves. Minnesota with the best record in the HTFL coming into this game, but that could change the way things look now. Peterson dives for nothing, and he'll have to like it because he was tackled roughly by Mr. Urlacher. 2nd and 10 at the 31. That's a gain of 3 for Brown. Fortunato is going to stay in the game despite what looks like a back injury. 3rd and 7, ball at the 34. That's an incompletion. Looking for Diggs, broken up by Tillman. And Minnesota has started 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. Bob Lee in the punt into the wind, and that was only a 42-yard punt. McAfee was the punt returner. He went 2 yards, so give the net 40. And it's 1st and 10 at the 26. Pitch right, Walter Payton on 1st and 10. And Payton picking up 8 more yards. He's up to 68 in the first 21 minutes and 5 seconds of this game, so he could have a big day before this is over with. We'll go Gallagher on a dive on 2nd and 2. This could get the first, and it does. Fortman is out, the left guard, so Sorey, who is an 8, will come in at left guard. You see him there, Revi Sorey out of Illinois. It's a first and 10 for Chicago. They lead 14-3 with 8:10 left till halftime. The pitch. And Peyton runs for 13, but do we have holding?
Offsetting penalties.
We do
Repeat
not.
First down.
Offsetting penalties, so we have to replay the down. And we're going to mix it up, go play action to Harlan Hill. But an incompletion. It was actually a check down to Iron Mike Ditka. We haven't given him the ball yet. Let's try it on second and 10. Minnesota playing short and tight, so it's going to be a medium fly to Hill. Try that again. And another incompletion. Hill had it in his hands, could not hold on to it. 3rd and 10. Conway coming in as the third wideout. Medium hitch. We'll try Iron Mike again. Caught it. A first down. A pick up at 21. Kraus on the stop. Paul Kraus for Minnesota. And Luckman now 4 of 8 for 60 yards. Peyton off tackle right as I hear my cat crying. Probably looking for
encroachment. Defense. Number 88, 5-yard penalty.
And Alan Page got called for encroachment. And that wipes out a Peyton gain of 4 yards. Come here, baby. I didn't want her crying. She slept on top of me yesterday, and from what I was reading on Google, that is a sign of respect. So, aww. Trap left Walter Payton. Payton gains 7. That's a first down. Payton just piling up the yardage. 10 now for 75. 10 carries for 75 yards. And I'm here, baby. I'm here. Ditka, short hitch. 1st and 10. Another incompletion for Sid Luckman, who starts out 4 for 9 for 60 yards. Peyton will get the ball back. Trap right. But again, Minnesota playing short tight, so we're going to go medium hitch to Ditka. And Ditka is there at about the 10. Randall, slow getting up. He will return. One of the defensive tackles, Williams, will replace him out of Oklahoma State. You see him there. 1st and goal at the 10. We are down to 5:40. And Peyton getting a little tired, but he'll get plenty of rest after he scores his 3rd touchdown of the game. Oh, I called it. Touchdown, Bears. Walter Payton has scored from 9, 11, and 10 today. That's his 3rd touchdown. Here's your point after by Harder, and it's good. It's 21-3 with 5:26 left to go in the half. Ishmael again back deep for Minnesota as the Bears are on a roll. That's a touchback. Bears came loaded for bear, I guess you could say, this evening. 1st and 10 at the 20, or afternoon or morning or whenever you're watching the game. Gain of 2. Tarkenton handed it off to Bill Brown. Richard Dent making the stop, hero of Super Bowl 20 for the Bears. 2nd and 8 at the 22. Nearly made the playoffs again a couple of years later. Lost to the 49ers in Super Bowl 23, and everybody was going to... I remember everybody saying before that NFC Championship game, the Bears would eat the 49ers up in the cold weather, and the 49ers, I think, won the game like 28-3. So that was a screen to Brown for 9 yards. That's good for a first. 1st and 10 at the 31. Diggs over the middle. He gains 12. Tillman on the stop for Chicago. 3:41 left to go. 1st and 10 at the 43. I'm feeling cold for some reason. And it's not that cold out. It was in the low 70s today. Tarkenton to Jordan for 4 yards. Carrier on the stop at the 47-yard line. That will set up a 2nd and 6. 2:58 now left to half. incomplete. Tarkenton could not find an open man, threw it away. Anthony Carter will come in. He'll be the third wideout. He'll be 81. The left split end on the top of your screen. 3rd and 6. Screen. Kleinsasser gets the first down, a 12-yard gain. And see if Minnesota can get one more play off. No, they call timeout. They have 2 left. 1st and 10 at the 41. Tarkenton had to go on the run and threw a screen. That's usually never a good combination, and incompletion. 2nd and 10. Ball at the 41 with 2:06 to go. Tarkenton to Carter. Chris Carter, a gain of 14. 2-minute warning. 1:53 to be exact left in the half. Vikings driving, and they trail by 18 at 21-3. They have 2 timeouts left, Minnesota does. 1 challenge, and the Bears have all 3 left. Ball to 27. The throw was looking for Carter, Anthony Carter, but that's an incompletion. Carter played at the University of Michigan, and his first stop on his pro career was with the Michigan Panthers, who upset the Philadelphia Stars to win the first USFL championship in 1983. And the Stars would go on and play in all 3 of the USFL championship games, the latter of which they played as they were the Baltimore Stars, just moving down I-95 a bit. 2nd and 10 at the 27 with 1:42 to go, capitalizing on Baltimore moving their NFL franchise to Indianapolis, the Colts. A 3rd and 10 at the 27. Tarkenton throwing, incomplete. That was for Anthony Carter. They'll try a field goal here of 44 yards into the wind, and Walsh hits it. It's 21-6 with $1:24 left on the clock. Sayers is back deep for the for the Bears, I beg your pardon. Again, it goes 7 yards deep, despite the fact that it was kicked into the wind. So $1:24 left. I think Chicago is happy with their lead. Peyton will just run to the left side. He'll pick up 2. 1:19 left, and they're in no hurry to continue. They'll just go to the locker room up 21-6. Kelliger on a dive. He will pick up 2. Minnesota calls timeout. 58 seconds to go. And I'll go slant to Ditka on 3rd and 6, I think. Instead, it goes to Peyton. He throws for 9 yards, and now the Bears have earned the right to run out the clock in the first half. They had to get a first down to do it because Minnesota called their timeouts. Peyton on a dive play, 1st and 10 at the 33. That's still my intention to run out the clock. Gain of 4. That does it. For the first half, it is the Bears 21 and the Vikings 6. We will be back in just a little bit. If you like the video you're watching, feel free to use the Amazon link provided. I'll put it in the description down below. Now, where did I place my headphones? Oh, there they are. Okay. Oops. Here we go, folks. Big Pauly back with you. 21-6 is your halftime score. The Bears over the Vikings. Got everything done during the break. And the Bears will get it to start the second half. They have 206 yards, 29 plays. 18 of those plays were rushes. Vikings had 32 plays, 158 yards. 23 of their plays were passes. Sayers back deep, and he won't get his hands on that one. That's a touchback as well. First and 10 for the Bears at the 20. We play with the old NFL rules where the touchback comes back to the 20, not the 25 like they do it these days in the NFL. Trap left, Walter Payton, first down, base formation. He'll pick up another 7. He's at 98 on the day. So Wally close to 100 yards. He might get it on this play, a dive. And he does get to 100. 100 on the day with that 2-yard gain. Alan Page on the tackle. He got it on his 15th carry. It's in Jim McMahon's book when they lost to Miami in that 85 season. It was the only loss, of course, that year. They went 18-1, one of the best NFL teams of all time. Jim McMahon wanted to make sure Walter Payton got 100 yards, so he said, Coach Ditka, let's make sure Wally gets his 100 yards. And they did. We'll go Kelliger. Off tackle right. 3rd and a yard. Oh, no gain. No gain. I thought they would key on Payton. Instead, they doubled on Ditka. So a 4th and 1 at the 29. We're going to punt with Ed Brown. I don't think we punted at all in the first half. That was a 43-yard punt because I don't remember saying his name. The returner, well, we don't know who the returner was because the play-by-play didn't mention it. 1st and 10 at the 28 for Minnesota. They trail by 15. And the throw, complete the Kleinsasser, 6-yard gain. Fortunato on the tackle. 2nd and 4 at the 34. We have 12:46 left now in quarter number 3. It's Tarkenton in the shotgun. He gives to Peterson, gains 6. Night Train Lane making the tackle. Not just your flashy corner. 1st and 10. Vikings at their own 40. Tarkenton will run, and he's good at that. He gains 15. Mark Carrier on the stop. 1st and 10 at the 45. Type Mark Carrier into Wikipedia. And I'll probably say wide receiver, football, free safety. 1st and 10 at the Bear 45. It's a give to not Mark Carrier, but Peterson. Carrier made the tackle again. And it's 2nd and 5 at the Bears 40. 10:20 to go. That's incomplete. Tarkenton looking for Peterson, but not finding him. 3rd and 5 at the 40. 9:42 now left. Pass in the flat intended for Anthony Carter, incomplete. 4th and 5 at the 40. I'll watch for a fake here, even though they have already tried it once. Lee, not a good punt. Only 26 yards. It goes out at the 14. The snap by Loudermilk. So the Bears get it back. A 1st and 10 at the 14 with 9:33 now left in the 3rd quarter. 42-34, and Payton picking up 3. Dolman making the stop for Minnesota. San Diego and Las Vegas for you tomorrow, and then the Battle of Florida, Miami and Tampa Bay on Friday night. Tom Brady and Dan Marino. Sweep left. Walter Payton, 2nd and 7. He picks up 3. That defense for Minnesota tightening a bit. And Payton now up to 106 yards on the day. We'll look for Ditka on the short crossing route, 3rd and 4. He wears 89, and that goes by him. Luckman is now 6 of 12 for 90 yards. 4th and 4. And Ed Brown will punt for the 2nd time in a row after not having to have punted at all in the first half. Bryant with the fair catch. The punt went 43. The return went 0. So that's your net, too, 43 yards. 1st and 10. Vikings at the 37, approaching the midway point of the 3rd quarter. That was Tarkenton to Diggs. Kleinsasser out. His return probable. And there is a challenge possibility here for Chicago, saying it might be an incomplete pass. We'll take it.
Ruling on the field stands.
Oh.
Incomplete. A timeout will be charged.
So I lose a timeout and a challenge. But my EV was good on that. First and 10, Minnesota at their own 48. 7:46 to go. That is Brown, a 10-yard gain. Urlacher hits him out. So it's moved the chains. It's another first down for the Vikings at the 42. And that's Peterson. He will gain 6. And he stepped out at the 36 before anybody could get to him. First and 10 at the 42 now. That's Peterson again. Night Train Lane got to him that time, a gain of 9. Second and a yard at the 33. Somewhere I think I missed the play. And Peterson did not get the first down. Atkins on the stop for Chicago. Third and a yard. Ball at the 33. Tarkenton throwing. He has Carter, a 10-yard gain, who was 20 for 30 last week for 260 against Arizona. But the Vikings on the move. They could make it a one-score game here. And they just may have gotten a play away from doing it as Tarkenton threw to Diggs. Diggs went to the house. A touchdown. Vikings. They were down 21-3 just a short time ago. And now it's a one-score game with Walsh hitting the point after. 21-13, 3:47 left. And Sayers back deep again. Will he get a hold of the ball this time? Yes, he will. Past the 30, out to the 35. The return, 29 yards. A first and 10 at the 35. Back to the double tight end set. We'll look for Peyton. A trap to the right side. He'll pick up 4. 18 carries, 110 yards on the day. We'll put Peyton alone. We'll put Hill and Graham in as wideouts. Ditka and Dool will be the tight ends for this play. Trap to the right side, second and 6, but...
Encroachment, defense. Number 93, 5-yard penalty. Repeat, second down.
Randall called for the encroachment. Second and a yard. Buffalo with the wind at their back. They're going to go play action bomb to Harlem Hill here. And that's batted at the line. Actually, no, he tried to dump it to Luckman, tried to hit Peyton with it, but it was an incompletion. Third and a yard, ball at the 44. Off tackle right, Peyton. He gets the first down. Minnesota did not challenge. They have their challenge left. 2:46 left to go in the third. It's 21-13 Chicago. We'll go Gallagher. Off tackle right. He'll pick up just a yard. Randall on the stop. Second and a 9er. Pitch right. Peyton out of that double tight end set. And Peyton past midfield, and he's got the first. A 10-yard gain. He's up to 121 for the game on 20 carries. As a team, the Bears have 27 carries for $147. Big chunk of their 237 yards they have gained already. Sweep left. Peyton, pick up 4.
Defense. Number 20, 10-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So the play counts and the tripping counts. 10 more yards, a first down for the Bears at the Minnesota 30. Peyton on a dive. We'll give it to him since this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A season high for Sweetness, 131 yards. And we have drawn the third quarter to a close. At the end of 3, Chicago 21 and Minnesota 13. Minnesota 44 plays, 253. 30 of those plays passes. Chicago almost a bipolar opposite. 42 plays, 247. 29 have been rushes. And this will be 30 as I'm going to dive it with Peyton. Minnesota with 8 in the box. Doesn't matter as Walter picks up another 6. And it's going to be a first down. We'll pitch it right this time with Peyton. No gain. 2nd and 10. I was reading Chris Andrews' latest book, the sports writer for the South Point in Las Vegas, called Then 1 Year, which is a sequel of Then 1 Day, talking about the a year in his life as a sports bookie, chronicling everything that went on in 2020 and 2021 with COVID. And he mentioned that he missed the days of running backs being the foundation of your team. Off tackle right, Walter Payton. I was reading that this morning. Gain of 4. Bryant making the tackle for Minnesota. 3rd and 6. And I'm going to surprise everybody and stick with Walter Payton. Pitch to the right side. Might catch Minnesota off guard. 4 touchdowns today for Walter Payton. 155 yards. He has scored now 4 times. Touchdowns number 6, 7, 8, and 9 of the season rushing for Walter Payton. Your point after good by Harder. 28-13, 12:30 left to go in regulation time. This is Ishmael. Took it at the 1, ran it out to the 21. Chuck Foreman and Paul Flatley entering the game. 1st and 10 at the 21. It's Tarkenton. He'll run. He'll get the first. He'll pick up 15. Tarkenton on the day rushing has 2 carries for 30 yards. He's the 2nd highest rusher. 1st and 10 at the 36, but this will be outshadowed by Payton's big day. He has already run for 4 touchdowns. Loss of 2 for Chuck Foreman. Tackled by Urlacher for the TFL. 2nd and 12 at the 34. The throw, incomplete. He was looking for Paul Flatley. Let me show you his stats there. He's out of Northwestern. 3rd and 12. Ball at the 34. 10:32 left. And Tark's going to run again. 10 yards, short of the first by 2. So that's going to bring up 4. I think they're going to punt here because they already tried a fake on me once. And we'll let it roll. And the roll goes down to the 12. Bob Lee's punt was 44 yards. 9:26 left to go until the end of regulation. It's 28-13 in favor of Chicago. Pitch it left with Walter. 1st and 10 at the 12. And he gets back to the line. No gain. Alan Page making the tackle. 2nd and 10 at the 12 still. A trap right for Walter. He will gain 3. Dolman on the tackle. 3rd and 7. We're going to throw it this time. We're going to look for the medium crossing route to Mike Ditka. Instead, it's a give to Payton. Payton will be short of the first down. He picked up 5 yards. Receiving, that was his 3rd catch for 27. And the Bears will have to punt again. Here is Ed Brown punting into the wind. And Bryant picked that up, returned it 7 yards. The punt went 35. The net will be 28. 1st and 10. Minnesota's going to start in Chicago territory at the 48 with 7:09 to go. Tarkenton throwing, completed to Chuck Foreman, who gains 7. Gary Fensick comes in. Actually, with Minnesota with 4 wides, McCray and Goldberg are your D-backs. 2nd and 3. The ball at the Chicago 41. We're down to 7:02. Foreman did not get the first. No pickup. Mongo McMichael, better known as Steve, making the tackle there. 3rd and 3. Ball at the 41 still. 6:46 to go. And that's Carter, a 1st down, a pickup of 5 over the middle. Tarkenton on the day, 19 for 33, 198. Luckman has only had to throw the ball 14 times. He's 7 for 14, so they're both about 500 right now. 1st and 10 at the Bear 36. An incompletion as Tarkenton was looking for Paul Flatley. 2nd and 10 at the 36. Sounds like he should be doing a river dance in Las Vegas. And Ellie is catching the fact that I'm being fresh and she's biting me. 3rd and 9 at the 35. That's why I'm giggling a little bit. Tarkenton incomplete. No sense going for a field goal here down 15 this late in the game. 5:29 left. They'll go for it on 4th. And that's Flatley. He's got the first down. Pick up a 16. So I'll show that announcer up in the booth what I can do. I'm not just a river dancer. 1st and 10 at the 19. And Tarkenton to throw. He's looking. It's picked off. Tillman, his 2nd pick of the season. Tackled at the 7, returning that INT 3 yards from the 4 to the 7. Bears have to start in the hole, but they're going to get to chew up some clock here with 4:58 to go. Unless Minnesota wants to use all their timeouts. Peyton up the middle, 2 yards. Hey, diddle. Walter Payton up the middle. He gains 2. Sorry, Al, Red Sox fan. I'm stealing your bit. Gain of 2, 29 carries for 160 for Walter Payton. 2nd and 8. We'll go Kelliger. Off tackle right side. He bounces off a couple of players, picks up 2. Roy Winston having a good game tackles-wise for Minnesota. That was his 10. Don't think we've had anybody else get to 10 thus far. 4:13 to go. And we are going to go full house, and we're going to go option. We're going to go triple option right, and we're going to look at Gale Sayers, who comes in. Number 40, he'll pick up 2 yards. Vikings not calling timeout, so we're going to let the clock run down to 3 minutes exactly. 4th and 4. Ellie is mimicking me here. Deep punt for Ed Brown. And that was 39 yards, returned 4 by Bryant. And again, the Vikings start in Bear territory at the 48, but they're down to 2:55, so they're going to have to work fast. Tarkenton, Foreman, 5 yards. Urlacher on the tackle. And finally, there was an option for me to call timeout, and I'm not going to give them any free time. 2nd and 5 at the Bear 43. Looking for Foreman, overthrown on the screen. Now it's a 3rd and 5 at the 43. The give to Foreman, no. 4th and 5, they'll have to go for it here, I would think. We're going to play a short zone, 4-1 dime pass. And that's incomplete. The Bears get the ball back, 2:15 left. And they're already chanting at Soldier Field, na 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 na, hey, 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 goodbye. Off tackle right, Peyton. 2:15 to go. And Peyton with 2. His 30th carry is at 162 yards. 2-minute warning. It's 28-13. This one all but over. Trap left, but if the Vikings want to be particular about it, they could call their timeouts, which they haven't done. Now they do. Peyton, no gain. A tackle by Simeon. And I am going to call a sweep to the right with Sid Luckman on 3rd and 8. He loses nothing, but Minnesota's forced to call their timeout, which was what my objective was. 4th and 8 at the 45. Brown coming in to punt. And that was taken by Bryant at the 18. He returned it 2. The punt went 37. The net will be 35. Buck 37 to go. Chicago 28 and Minnesota 13 still. That is caught by Flatley, just short of the first. He gained 10. Tarkenton 22 of 42, 229, 1 interception now, and 1 touchdown. Screen to Foreman. He's got it. He's got it first. He'll get out of bounds, which is what they wanted him to do. Slashed his way for 19 there. First and 10 at the 49. And Tarkenton in the pocket looking for Anthony Carter. That was batted away by Tillman, incomplete. Second and 10. Foreman catches that in the flat, quickly heads out of bounds, picking up 5. Third and 5. Ball to 46. We're down to 56 seconds left to go. Screen to Diggs, incomplete. 4th and 5. And this could be the last gasp for the Vikings. Foreman gets the first. He picks up 8. And Minnesota's got to burn that last timeout, and they do. 26 seconds left. Ball to 38. Tarkenton's got to throw it up down the field, looking for Diggs and incompletion. 7th bad pass for Francis. Tarkenton, 25 of 48, 261 yards, 1 pick, 1 TD. Tarkenton throwing again, looking for Flatley, incomplete. Another bad pass for Sir Franz, the scrambler. 3rd and 10 at the 38. That's complete to Flatley. He gets out of bounds, a gain of 11. We're down to the last play of the game. Ball to 27. This does matter in the tiebreakers. And it's an incomplete pass again. Tarkenton looking for Flatley. He finished today 26 of 51, 272 yards. The game is over. The Bears win 28-13. Your MVP has to be Walter Payton. Runs of 9 yards, 11 yards, 10 yards, 14 yards. Team stats. It was Payton, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Payton, a big day. 287 yards was what the Bears have, but every time they were in the red zone, they scored a touchdown. They went 4 for 4. Minnesota went to the red zone twice, only got a field goal. They outgained Chicago by 76 yards. They ran 70 plays to Chicago's 55. Chicago only had to put it up 14 times. Luckman actually had the better day, 7 of 14, 95 yards. Payton, 31 carries, 162. Foreman, 5 catches for 44. The leading yardage man was Diggs, 4 for 74. Payton actually led in catches for Chicago with 3. Your leading tackler was Winston. Roy Winston for Minnesota with 12. And that'll do it. Bears win, so they will be 7-2. Should either San Francisco or Denver win, they will be tied with Chicago and Minnesota for the best record. So that was an interesting game. Tomorrow, San Diego and Las Vegas. Friday, we do the battle of the first 2 Florida teams, Miami and Tampa Bay. This has been Big Pauly coming to you all, wishing you well. Godspeed, God bless. We'll do it again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.